What am I doing? Hi guys, I'm Amy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video that I'm so very excited to be doing, as this is my Women in Translation Readathon TBR. This is a readathon being hosted by Matthew at Matthew Sharapa, Kendra at Kendra Winchester, and Jennifer at Insert Literary Pun here are all hosting, and it is a bit self-explanatory in that it is celebrating women in translation, and this means women authors and women translators, and I think it's super wonderful. This readathon takes place from August 25th through the 31st, starting at midnight on the 25th in your time zone. There are prompts and challenges, and I will leave Matthew's announcement video and challenge video and Kendra and Matthew's and Jennifer's TBRs. All of that jazz will be down below if you guys are looking for more details, but let's get into the challenges. Challenge number 1 is to read something that is not a book, and for that I have picked a novella that has been on my shelves for far too long and unread, and that is Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto and translated from the Japanese by Megan Backus. This is a book that has been recommended to me via other YouTubers time and time again. I've only heard really good things about Yoshimoto's writing, and to be completely honest with you, I have no idea what Kitchen is about. I've been told, especially by Claire at Claire Reads Books, that she thinks I will enjoy the second short story that is after Kitchen in this, so I'm really excited to get to that one, and this is a perfect excuse to finally get around to reading Banana and her writing and all of that goodness. So excited, like I said, to have an excuse to read it. Challenge number 2 is to read a book about childhood, and for that I have selected Muriel Bradbury's The Elegance of the Hedgehog, and it's translated from the French by Alison Anderson. And this is about two main characters, the first of which is a woman named Renee who works as a concierge at a Parisian apartment and just really wants to be under the radar, but is hiding and has a secret love of art and everything to do with art, but no one knows this about her. And then our other character is Paloma. She's a 12-year-old girl who's very disenchanted with life, to the point that she's planning on killing herself on her 13th birthday. So a bit of a morbid premise, no doubt, and Paloma is also hiding the fact that she's really intelligent and very brilliant, I guess you could say, and she's hiding that behind this mask of mediocrity because she doesn't want anybody to take notice of her either. And their lives, Renee and Paloma's, get upended when a Japanese man named Ozu moves into the apartment. I heard Kendra at Kendra Winchester chat about this book and how much she enjoyed it, and this book is also heavily referenced in the Little Paris Bookshop by Nina George, which is a book that I enjoyed very much, and anytime a book is mentioned in another book, I want to read that other book. So again, excited to have this excuse to pick this book up and read it because it's been on my shelves again for a while now. Challenge number 3 is to read a book with red on the cover, and for this I have picked The Book of Happiness, which is by Nina Berberova and translated from the Russian by Marian Schwartz. And this is a book that I happened upon when I looked up translated fiction by women, and this is a web page that popped up. I will link it down below if you guys want to check it out, and I found this book there. And this is about a woman named Vera who is called to the scene of her childhood friend's suicide. She's not seen this person in many years, and it just leads her down a path of reminiscing and looking at her life and how she got to be living in Paris versus Russia, I believe. And she's also married to an invalid husband, but he happens to be brilliant, but she feels very tied down from him, or by him. This book just very much piqued my interest. I've not read anything translated from Russian, so I'm excited about that as well. And this storyline just seems like an Amy kind of storyline. So excited to give it a go. Prompt number 4 is to read a translated text from a language you haven't read a text translated from before. And I selected this book from the same webpage as the previous book, and I have selected Touch by Adianya Shibli, translated from the Arabic by Paula Haidar. And this is a novella about a Palestinian girl who is the youngest of 9 daughters in her family. And to my knowledge, this is just a story about her life, including the really cataclysmic horrible things happening in her home country and also just her day-to-day living. It appears to be a very, very moving story. The reviews are really good, and again, it seemed like an Amy story, and I'm looking forward to giving another new author a shot, as well as, again, reading a translated text from a language I haven't read a translated text from before. Now, that covers the 4 main prompts, and there are 2 other bonus prompts, and I will link those down below for all of you, but I'm going to just start with those 4 texts for now, although I do have a 5th book on deck for the happenstance that I get through all of those, which would be really great. And that book is Please Look After Mom by Kyeon Suk Shin and translated from the Korean by Chi Young Kim. And very appropriately, this is a book that Matthew gifted to me for Christmas. Kyeon Suk Shin is one of his favorite authors, and this is a story that he told me he just has a feeling that I will really, really love and will also make me cry. Not that that takes much, but usually that's an indication of me really liking a book. So if Matthew recommends a book to me, then you bet I want to read it, and I have had this book for far too long now to not have read it. So if I could get through all 5 of these books in the course of that week, I would be a very happy camper. Alrighty guys, there you have it. There are the books that I'm hoping to get to over the course of the Women in Translation Readathon week. Like I mentioned, I'm really looking forward to this readathon. I love what it's celebrating. I just really enjoy reading books that are from the perspective of people who live lives very different from mine, but still finding that there's humanity and connection between all of us. It's one of my favorite aspects about reading. It's so cool that we live in a time and a place in which we can read books by women and translated by women from all over the world. And it makes me super happy, if you can't tell. But if you guys are planning on participating, please let me know if you film a TBR or do a TBR or what books you're hoping to get to. And like I said, I know that all of the hosts would love to have more people participate, so if you even have a slight inclination, I think you absolutely should. But if you guys like this video, please like it, and if you loved it, please subscribe, and we'll see you in my next video. Happy reading! Ooh, I think we got it that time, babies. That was only 3 times to get that one done. Adonia, not correct. That is incorrect. Very incorrect. Slow down.